Hey, welcome, enjoying your blended family, all the B-fams out there. We are coming out swinging today.
Swinging,
like no, not that. Oh, ow! Don't do that. That's so mean. No, we're swinging our arm like in a half circle, going under with a ball. We're swinging a ball today.
That's what we should do each one of these Fun Fridays is they have to guess what the heck you're talking about.
Well, they're probably going to see the title.
That is true. Swinging a ball with a half circle hand.
Half circle hand with some funny looking shoes. Do you know what we're talking about?
Holes.
And 3 holes. Wow. Yes.
G-rated.
Yes.
Get out the gutter.
At the gutter.
Okay, I know y'all figured it out.
It's still going.
We're talking about bowling.
Bowling. If you didn't get that one, I don't know what planet you're on. Probably one that doesn't have a bowling alley and a bowling ball.
And they probably don't have podcasts.
It could be like a different country. So I could be all wrong because maybe some other countries don't have bowling.
That is true.
You know, maybe
this podcast is all over the
maybe
world.
That's just like a Western culture thing. I don't know. I've never Googled that one.
I'm sure
Interesting.
we stole it from the rest of the world.
We probably did. We probably just took it and then revamped it and made it like cooler with cosmic bowling and all that. So I don't know. Who knows? But yes, we are sharing what bowling can do for you and your blended family.
And don't discredit this one. We always like to say when we give you these okay, bowling, what could they possibly talk about bowling?
No, you're in for a hot treat. I mean, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be like nachos and cheese and fries and all that. Did you know you can get that in bowling alley too?
Yeah, I did.
So it's gonna be good. Y'all stay tuned because we're gonna be bringing it, or should I say, swinging it, in just a minute.
All right, so we are back, and we're gonna talk about just how you can use bowling as a way of connecting in your family. And bowling for me personally goes way back generations. Did you know that?
Whoa, generations?
Generations.
Holy smoly.
Yes.
Do tell.
I don't know how far back generations, but I do know that my
you made it sound like ancestral.
Well, I would have to.
I got on Ancestry.com and found out that I had some professional bowling back in my history.
Maybe. I'll have to check with someone and see if my great-grandma did. But my grandma and my grandpa were both on bowling leagues. Had their own bowling balls and their own bowling shoes.
They had jackets and everything.
Jackets. Yes, I have this really cool picture of my grandma and her girlfriends that were on the same bowling team together. And that was just like their fun time. So I grew up because she passed that down to my dad. And so then my dad would take us bowling. And so I have this joy of bowling. But we have this funny story with Randall and I because we hadn't bowled in a really long time.
Well, it's funny because we talk about doing common interest, right? And basically we both like the same thing, so go do that. And we like to, part of some of our course and everything kind of walks you through those steps. But it's like trying to come up with things that you like and things that you like. And, well, let me say things I like and things you like. And then we come together and we figure that out. And we're like, oh, you like that? Oh, yeah. And so you create this list. And it's a way of doing new things because we get bored with doing the same things. But there's like this whole psychological thing that goes on in our brains that connect just new fun, new experiences with relationships. And that's what we're looking for in our family. Mm-hmm. We want more of that, especially in a blended family. We're trying to come up with ways that we all get along, that we all can connect more and grow as a family more as we're blending our family. So we always say do something new and something fun. Because
I did make a new date idea bucket list that we can add in the PDFs to help you brainstorm those things and find those common interests.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So continue my story.
Well, I'm just saying if they're like, oh, I want to do that. Okay, well, you can.
Okay. Well, there you go. So anyways, this was one of the things, we practice what we preach. And so we were doing this and we had bowling on there. And I think I had bowling. And then you saw bowling and you're like, I like bowling.
I like bowling too.
And it's like, I didn't put that on my list. So she put that on. And, that was just one of the common things we did. And so we planned a date one night because we haven't bowled in a long time. I think, growing up, I would bowl on occasion. And it seemed like whenever kids would have birthday parties, it'd be at the bowling alley
Yeah.
or, something to that nature. And just as adults, very rarely have we gone bowling. And so we're like, well, let's go on a date night. Let's do this. And the sad thing is in our town, this is our town, our bowling alley, which was really cool, had a whole lot of lanes that burned down many years back, and they never built a new one. So it was like really sad. So we had to find one that was close to us, and it was either drive like 45 minutes or drive like 15 minutes. So we chose the 15-minute one.
And the 15-minute one, not to like bash or down anyone, because I mean,
well, and we won't say what it is. That way it's,
but one of them's like an older, like it's been there a long time, like since our kids were growing up. And
really
then the
bad
other one, like,
ratings.
it didn't have great ratings, but they have like dollar sundaes, so it's like heck yeah.
And we're not talking ice cream.
Yeah, no, not ice cream. But I'll take having to wait because my ball gets stuck in the back for a minute if I only had to pay $1 to play in this lane. The other one is more like your new state of the art kind of, all the fun stuff, has game rooms and all of that attached, but it's more expensive and an hour away. So we had to weigh what did we want. And we really just wanted to spend some time together and go through the motions of bowling. So it was so funny though, the experience that we had going into it. We're going back and forth, we're playing our games, and I think because it's just the two of us, we got through maybe 3 games or something.
Yeah,
in
something
the
like that.
hour and a half that
Which
we were there.
normally, if you're bowling, and you probably know that, I'll let you continue here in a
'Cause
second.
I think it's probably part of my story.
But you're normally in a big group, right? Is that where you were going with it?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we're bowling. He's taking his turn. I'm taking my turn. He's taking his turn. I'm taking my turn. There was this funny incident too, where this guy this guy in the lane next to us comes over to Randall and begins to coach him on how to bowl correctly.
Yeah, he was a younger guy, and yeah, I do. Once I learned how to spin the ball, it's hard to throw it straight for me now. It's like really weird to throw it straight. Now I'm off my game if I throw it straight. So I've got this little curve, and of course, if I only bowl once a century, I'm not going to be perfect at it.
A century is 100 years.
I know, and
right?
that's why I said it. But I'm not going to be perfect at this. But I was still doing okay. I'd get some strikes every now and then.
I mean, it was definitely blowing me out the water.
Yeah, but and this kid, he comes over here and just wants to add some. Well, if you do this and you do that, then it's really going to be good. And yeah, me and Dad just don't go well.
That is I would say one of his pet peeves is like someone that he has no relationship with, sometimes even with the people you have a relationship with, telling you how to do something when you're already it's not that serious, I guess. Like you're just trying to have fun.
Yeah, or it's that over the shoulder.
Moment.
Yeah, want to, hey, do this, do that.
You don't
and
feel like people are
I
staring
don't
at
care.
you.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't like people staring, watching, and critiquing.
Critiquing,
correct.
Yeah, so this guy, it was funny to stand back there. I was like, oh my gosh. And I had just bought us 2 more games. And so we played the first game, and I was like, do we buy 1 more or 2 more? And I just got 2. And when this guy came over and started doing this with Randall, I was like, this is going to be horrible. And now we've got this game and the next one. So anyways.
But I handled it like a champ,
You
right?
did. I was so proud. I was also praying quietly for the situation because I didn't want it to take away.
I acted in love.
You did, yes.
I did. And then the funny thing is, then you watch him go bowl, and he sucked. And I'm like, really?
So good.
You're giving me advice?
We don't even know where he came from because he wasn't even. Anyways, so Randall's doing his thing, and he always beats me in everything that we do. And I was having a decent time.
Say that one more time, please.
He's just more skilled and diligent in the things that he does.
Or just a bigger jerk. I don't know.
No. But we walked away from it and we got in the car, and I think we went to go eat afterwards because, we kind of made an afternoon of this. And I'm sitting there thinking, that wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be. That's not what I love about bowling. And when I asked him, I'm thinking he's going to say the same thing. And he's like, that was nice.
I was like, that was awesome. I actually got to bowl. Because I guess for me, whenever you go bowling, normally it's in a group. and there's always one or two people in your group that go off and go get some food or get some water, go to the bathroom or whatever, and you're sitting there waiting like, when's Joe coming back? Hey, Joe, your turn. And so it just delays the game, and I feel like you only get such a small amount of bowling time because you have to cycle through all the people. And so, yeah, for me, it's not the socialness. I actually like the game. And so just you and me, we got to play the game, but you like the socialness and not the game.
I like because for me, it was like he did his turn and then I did my turn. So we were not interacting really, little high fives back and forth. Like, yeah, you got to strike.
Little booty slap.
Yeah, little booty slap. You're right.
You go, you get it.
So, back and forth, we would have little interactions, but it wasn't like we had any downtime to sit and have conversation with each other because we were intensely bowling. And then there was nobody for me to talk to when he was bowling. I'm usually the one that goes off and gets the snack and that you're looking for.
It's your turn. Scarlett, where are you?
I missed the social side of it. So I do like the skill of trying to accomplish getting the strike. I enjoy the challenge of that. But I will also tell you, my thumb was sore for like 3 days. Because you get a lot of bowl time in when it's just the two of you.
You're using some muscles.
Yes,
some muscles in the hands.
I think our hips.
Oh, yeah, the hips.
Our sciatic nerve. Oh, we're over 40.
That's what happens when you start hitting 40. You're like, oh.
Yeah, you're just
dang, what'd y'all do this week? We went bowling.
It was a rough
it was hard. Tough game. It was really bad. But so we're going to share a few tips with your family that you can do here in just a minute. So y'all stay tuned.
Yeah.
It's time to have some more blended family fun. Yeah. Are you ready?
What was that?
I've been really working on this song. What do you think?
Sure. It's great, babe.
Well, it goes along with how to enjoy your blended family. You know, the 5 dates to discover fun in your step family, the greatest thing since sliced bread for blended families.
Okay, I get it now. I feel your excitement. But why don't you tell them about it instead of singing it to them?
Wow. Okay, shut me down. Why don't you? All right, let me try. When you have more fun together, you see less blended family drama. But we can get so caught up in life and problems that we miss out on really enjoying our family. So we'll walk you through 5 dates where you'll discover more fun your family loves and have a great plan to keep it going. How's that?
Pretty good. Short and sweet. I know that got them way more excited about all the fun possibilities they can experience with their family than your song did.
What? Seriously?
Well, you could have also told them that it not only creates more fun in their whole family doing this, but it also adds more fun in their marriage and gives them new ways to connect with their kids individually. It's also great for building that step-parent relationship. You could have said all that too.
I don't think you really appreciated all the work that I put in on that song.
Anyways, How to Enjoy Your Blended Family, 5 Dates to Discover Fun in Your Step Family is available for you today. Discover more fun and you'll see less problems. The link to get started is in the show notes of this episode.
Have more fun with your blended family and go on these 5 dates today. You'll be so glad you did. Yeah, yeah.
Really? You had to go there again. Let's get back to this episode.
All right, so how can you take bowling and just have some fun with your family?
Well, and I think that's it. It's like, what is the purpose? So if you do go through our date night bucket list, how to enjoy your blended family, because we have the whole course thing that you can go through. It's like a roadmap to figuring these things out. So if you do that, or if you do just the simple little printout and you're asking your family the things they like to do, and you're noticing like, okay, me and my biological children love bowling. You and your biological child do not like bowling. So maybe one time we try it all together just to make sure that you actually don't
See how
like
it goes, yeah.
bowling. You don't want to just discredit it altogether. But if this is something you and your kids really love doing, then it
Make
is
that y'all's thing.
okay that is y'all's thing. You know, maybe, you know, every couple months or whatever, y'all go and you go bowling together. Maybe you notice that it's you and your stepchild that loves bowling and nobody else in the family cares about it at all. Then make that a time that y'all can bond, especially because unlike for me where I was saying like, well, I didn't really like it because I didn't get to socialize. For your awkward stepchild that doesn't really know how to socialize with you yet, this is a perfect opportunity because y'all are there, you're together, you can get some snacks, and you're taking these turns. You can encourage them. Like, this is actually, bowling is like where my nickname from my stepdaughter was birthed, was her having to key in our names at the bowling alley, and it really misspelt my name, and now she calls me Charlay, and it's a term of endearment. Like, that came from us going and doing something together, and that one was a family ordeal, right?
Yeah, that was just family. We went out, and that's what we're saying is you're creating memories, and not everyone may be into bowling or whatnot, but we're all hanging out together. We're all doing something fun together. We're getting snacks for the kids, and we're laughing, we're cutting up, we're making memories. And sure, some of us stink and some of us are good, and we're encouraging everybody, you know, and that's what it's all about. It's all about really just spending that quality time together. And like you said, I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to if you hadn't, but you know, you never know when something like that, a bonding moment will happen. But I mean, she still calls you Charlay today, and that happened just because we went bowling, you know. And so you never know whenever you get your family together and y'all go do something fun, what's going to come from that.
Yeah, and I remember when we were there on this last date that we went, the people next to us, the one where the guy just randomly showed up, but that's not who was actually playing there. It was a father and his little girl, and the little girl was maybe 3. The cool thing about bowling too is if you've thought, oh, my kids are too young, now they have the gutters that come up so that your kid's ball is going to make it down, and then they have that big like ramp for the kids as well that you help them place the ball. And it was very sweet to watch. I don't know their story. In my head, it was dad's weekend. He's getting out of the house with his little girl. I mean, that could be completely far from the truth. That's what I made up in my head. But him helping her get the ball up there and then like, you know, guiding and directing the ball and just having that moment of bonding with each other. They have it now where even young kids can do it.
Yeah. And there's all different types of bowling out there as well. You got the ones with the gutter, but they also do what we were saying, cosmic bowling. They do glow-in-the-dark bowling. They have all these special events at some of these bowling alleys that just really help spice things up. Some nights they're playing loud music, things like that. So, you know, just check it out. Check with your bowling lane company, place, whatever, and just see what they offer, see what they do. Maybe y'all, you know, just use this as an experience to go out and spend quality time together, but use it doing something fun.
And even if your kids don't all love it, like, you know, there's usually an arcade or something else also. So including them in it, but also, you know, okay, I'm going to give you each a roll of quarters that you can go play in the machine, and including them in that way and giving them that little incentive as well.
And then you get to bowl more. So boom, that's a win-win.
And don't forget your socks.
Yeah. So somebody, I'm pointing to the person next to me. She does not like wearing socks. She doesn't like wearing socks.
Only if I'm running
anything.
and wearing tennis shoes. That's the only time I wear socks.
Yeah, and so she's normally in her flip-flops or barefooted, and that's just what she does. And so sometimes when we go bowling, she's like, oh, dang, I got no socks.
And ice skating.
And ice skating. And then you send her to go get socks, and she comes back with a kid's pack, which are too small for her feet. But she bought them, so she's going to fit in them. And she wore them for a long time after that, just trying to squeeze her feet into there.
I have no idea where they're at now. You probably threw them away, so I'll stop wearing them.
She came back and opened the pack and went, "Oh man!"
I am
and then she looked up
observant.
and it was a kid's store. That
I was in
into.
It was like, oh man, what is that store called? But it was like Journeys. I didn't know there was like kids Journeys.
She just bebops in there like, that mind me some socks,
Let
comes
me get
out
some
and is like, wait a
socks.
minute, this was a large. I don't know what happened.
I've probably bought myself socks on 3 occasions. One of them was the day you proposed because we were ice skating and I had no socks.
Uh-huh.
And then this story that we're talking about. And then I'm sure at one other time in my life I bought socks.
Yeah, there it is. So always wear socks. It
Bring them in
helps.
your purse
It helps,
if your
yes.
kids don't wear socks.
So listen, use this idea. Go bowling. Go plan a bowling adventure within this next week or month or whatever, and go have some fun with your kids. Go enjoy each other, and maybe this could be a thing that you and your spouse dig too, and y'all just make it a date night.
Did you know that Riley and her sister just went bowling like 2 nights ago?
I did not know that.
Yeah, so even your children can use it as their own bonding moment.
See, you're passing it on.
Passing it down.
Passing it down. We're just teaching them. We're teaching them how to fish, and then they go fish. They just go bowl. We're teaching them to bowl, then they go bowl, and there it is.
Yeah, and if you decide that you really, really like this, there are bowling leagues.
Yes.
I'm sure there's one in your area, and you and whomever in your family that loves bowling as much as you do, get you some matching shirts and join you a league.
You got to have a jacket and slick back the hair. I think that's still in if you're in a
And
bowling
the bag.
league.
You need like a fancy
You
bowling
do need a bowling bag. Get your own ball. Oh, did you know that? Fun fact. I almost bought a bowling ball. I was going to get a custom-made bowling ball years ago.
When were you that into bowling?
Back whenever, well, let me see. I was probably mid-20s or so, but we started bowling a little bit more with my mom and stepdad, my stepbrothers, and we started going out a few times bowling, and we really liked it. And we started talking and looking at balls, and almost got my own bowling ball.
The random stuff. But you didn't even share that story. That was a moment with your mom and stepdad and stepbrothers.
I know. I just shared it.
Totally been relevant for this step family podcast.
I just shared it, and it was fun. We had fun. Me and my stepbrothers, we really love bowling. It was a lot of fun. We get out and it was more the hangout, right?
Who
there was
was
a group
the best
of us.
out of y'all?
Who?
You.
Probably. I don't know. Probably my stepdad. I think he was pretty dang good. And then Josh was pretty good too. So yeah, I wasn't as good. I've never spent enough time bowling. But if I got into a bowling league, I think I'd be pretty darn good. I think I can make it happen.
You probably would.
I could be a professional bowler.
Just play me and you'll always shine.
Oh, come on now. I think you almost beat me that one game. So
I
there it
wanted
is.
to.
Well, listen, we love you guys. Go bowling. It really is. It's a lot of fun. So go have some fun with your family. Do something new. Do something fun. Do something exciting. And watch your relationships grow. Boom. Love you guys. We'll see you on the next episode.
Bye. Thanks for joining us today. We hope this episode has been a blessing and encouraged your family journey.
Make sure you stay connected with us and join our weekly Blended Family newsletter. We send an email out every Friday morning full of support and encouragement.
And when you join, we also want to give you a free gift. So go get yours today. The link is in the show notes below.
Have an amazing day. Remember to enjoy the journey with your blended family, and we'll see you on the next episode.